Hello and welcome to Cambeo. This is a quick onboarding video to help you get acquainted with the system. If you currently don't have time to watch it, or you would like to watch it again later, you can always refer back to this video along with other helpful tools and guides located in our resource center on the right side of the page. Now before we jump into all the tools in this platform, I would like to mention a few things. First, everything is sent out via email, so your team does not need to have a login in order to participate in the different assignments. They will receive an email with a link that allows them to go in and complete those trainings or assignments. Second, the whole platform is mobile optimized, so you don't have to be on a computer in order to participate. It will work on a computer, tablet, or smartphone. And three, I would like to re-emphasize the Resource Center. As you're working through this platform and using the different tools, if you come up with a question that you have, please refer to the Resource Center, as that has step-by-step instructions with videos on how to use every single tool in the platform. To begin, you'll find all the tools from the left menu. Checklists and audits can be used to help standardize policies or procedures across your teams or across your locations. Similar process where you first create the questions. You'll see some that are pre-built in here for OSHA and for HIPAA. We also have some other ones like a telephone skills one, just to look and see, is your team answering the phone appropriately? The correct tone of voice. If there's a certain phrase you want them to use, you can build out those questions here. Okay, click finish, and then I have the questions ready that I want to use. Now I want to launch that to my team, or I want to fill that out. So there's two options. You can fill it out yourself, or you can assign somebody else and have them fill it out. When I assign, I can pick the one I want to send. I can give it a name, again, naming the event, so checklist October 2021, as an example. And then I can select this plus sign, who I want to fill it out. It can be an individual, it can be multiple people, and click add. I can also give it a date, a due date, to have them complete it by. And then when I click continue and then confirm, that will send an email to these people with a link to go in and complete that checklist. And then for me as the leader, I can come in here and track the progress of that and see those results once that's done. The last tool is the Learning Library. This is where all the training lives. So first, let's talk about the top part of this page. Across the top, you'll see different folders that you'll have access to. You'll have, by default, your company folder, and then there'll be additional folders potentially depending on your account. These folders act as a filtering. So when these are all displayed like this, that would mean that everything below is pulling from each of these folders. So if I decide I want to look at HIPAA, for example, I can close all these other folders, and now everything I'm viewing below is only pulling from that folder. Or I can select Library Management and open those back up. The next part I want to talk about is these buttons down here. This is the main navigation for the Learning Library. So modules are any individual piece of content. So a video, a document, an audio file, those would all be considered modules. You can upload your own modules here. Click upload. Process is very simple. Give it a name. Drag and drop the file here, or if you happen to have like a YouTube link, you can put that link here and give it a name. You can select which folder you want it to go into. You can have categories if you'd like as well to help organize your training. And then you can select to make it go live, to publish it in your library, and click save. And that will add that to your library. Once you have those in here, you're able to then make assignments to your team. So I can click assign now. I can click this plus sign and assign this training, this module, to an individual or my whole team or everyone across my locations, depending on your organization. When I click add, And then if I click assign to employees, that would send an email out to all of these people with a link to go in and complete that training. So that's the module piece. And then you're able to group modules into courses. So instead of making assignments one by one by one by one, you could group these 4 modules together and create a course. And the system will walk them through each of those modules. So you can make the one assignment, but you'll see like here, this course has 3 modules. I can make the one assignment and the system will walk them through. Complete this one first, and then this one, and then this one. So you can specify which trainings they need to complete first and in what order. You're also able to group courses into learning programs. So you really have a lot of flexibility on how you would like to organize your training. The last one is quizzes. Quizzes can be standalone, or you can group quizzes together with a video or a document to make sure they actually watched it or actually read it. And you can creating a quiz is very easy. Give it a name, add in your questions. And quizzes can be a traditional quiz that's scored, where you have a correct answer. I can change the verbiage here. If I don't like these words, I can change them to be whatever I want them to be. And I can select this is the correct answer. I can have as many questions as I want, and then I can say, okay, yes, they need to pass this quiz before they can move on, and they need to get an 80% or higher in order to pass. Publish that to my library and click save, and that will add that to my library, to my folder. And then from here again, I can assign that to my team. On this home button, this is where you can track all the progress and all the results of all the training that you assign. So on the home button, I can see, okay, I've assigned 42 modules to my team. And I can see 5 have been completed. Majority of them have not. I can click on the name of the module to see which people were assigned to that module and what their individual status is. I can also click on the name of the individual to go to their profile page, where I can see everything this individual is working on. I can see what they've completed and the date they completed it, and scores if that's associated with that. I can see everything that's been assigned, and I can send reminders, and I can track the current status of all of those assignments. So I have a closed loop accountability for all the training that I assign to my team. On the right, we have 2 more buttons that I want to walk through briefly. The assignments button, this just lists every assignment you make to your team, puts it on one page, where you're able to then export this into a CSV file. And then you also have the quiz scores button, so as you assign quizzes, this will list out the quizzes that you assign with the scores, and I can click on the name of it, and I can see which questions do they get right, which questions do they get wrong, so I know where that additional training needs to be. And that is a quick overview of the Learning Library in the Cambeo platform.